Hi everyone, this is Lori from Get Crafty with Lori, and today I'm going to be scrapbooking some photos of a recent girls' trip to the Oregon coast. And I'm going to be using the new relaxing waterside photopolymer stamp and die set that comes out in the new May catalog. Along with this, I will be using the Exploring Nature Scrapbook workshop. This workshop makes 3 two-page layouts, and the thing that I like about it is that you can follow the instructions and make the layouts exactly like this, or you can use it as a jumping off point to expand the layout. Let me show you what comes in this kit. You get all this pretty paper that comes in colors like Pretty Peacock, Pecan Pie, Old Olive, Night and Navy, Secret Sea, and then you get the specialty papers that only come in the workshop kit. You get 4 of them to go with these special layouts. The nice thing about getting a scrapbook workshop is that you get the coordinating cardstock. They've made it so easy for you. Look at all these pretty colors. You get Pretty Peacock, Pecan Pie, Secret Sea, and Cloud Cover. They also give you 4 sheets of white cardstock. Plus, you get 2 sheets of these fun die cuts with these nice titles. Look at how beautiful these are. In addition to this, you get a full sheet of stickers with all kinds of little sayings on them. I am going to use the first layout here on this instruction sheet because it gives me room for 6 photos, plus there's extra space to add more photos. Let me show you my plan. I'm going to do a little different than what the guide calls for. It has a strip of the Secret Sea going down and the pattern paper going across, just like that. But I really like the way this looks, and I think it'll go great with my photos. For the past 3 years, I've been going up to the Oregon coast with a group of ladies. We scrapbook together at least twice a year at a crop. And for the past 3 years, we've gone up to this cute cabin that sits on a bluff on the Oregon coast in a town called Pistol River. If you're familiar with Oregon, it's right across the Oregon border and it's right next to Brookings. We have outside this deck that just overlooks the ocean. And here we are sitting in some Adirondack chairs. And that's what made me think, oh my gosh, I have got to get that stamp and die with the Adirondack chairs. So here's the deck out here. And up here, this is the bedroom that I get. And in this room, there's a bed right into this window. And it is so awesome. My friend Lucy and I, right here, we take turns either getting the window bed or the full queen size bed. And we really like this. It rained a couple of days while we were there, and it's the sound of the ocean with the rain was just amazing. Here I am with Lucy. We have our little spots where we like to craft. Everybody brings their own table and the supplies that you're going to need to scrapbook. Here we are in the living room, this big house, and we're in our matching jammies here, just relaxing and having a good time. And every night we take turns on who's going to cook. And one of our favorites is the charcuterie. I have so many more pictures to scrapbook. I may have to do more pages and do an album. But for now, here's a little bit of our charcuterie. So I'm going to put that there. And then this picture of me and Lucy, I think I'm going to put that right there. And the Adirondack chair can go there. Here's me. We took a scenic hike up to see a rock called Arch Rock, and it's just beautiful along the way. And I'm thinking I'm going to put that over here. And here is the beach at sunset right outside. It's just so gorgeous. There's a little path that it'll take you right down to the beach, and we always write in the sand, scrapping by the sea. There's this journaling strip that I put down here, and it comes with these little pieces here that are gonna tuck under here. But I think what I wanna do first of all is ink them up with the Secret Sea. I'm gonna go around the edges here, and I just put my thumb mark on that. I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm going to cover that up. One thing about ink, you have to be careful with it. I think with my writing, I might be able to fix it, but I'm just gonna go ahead and put it down for now. I have one of these sand erasers. I wonder if I can use this. Let's try that. Either that, maybe, or a white Jelly Roll pen. This is sort of working. Okay, that's okay for now. Okay, now let's be careful. I'm just gonna go around these edges like this. Okay, I've gone ahead and put the garden green pieces down and my journaling. And I created this title on my Cricut, and I went ahead and sponged it. And I'm going to put it right up here at the top. I'm gonna tuck it and line up the letters. Let me show you what I did to create this shape. On this die cut sheet is this title called Living in the Moment. In the workshop, it goes right up here at the top. But what I did is I wanted to get that same shape. So I took this garden green piece and I laid it behind. And what I did is I turned it on the other side, and I took a pencil and traced the outline. And then I cut it out and flipped it over. And then I had a nice side without a line on it. And now let's go ahead, and I'm going to set this aside, and we're going to play with the Adirondack chair. Let's take a look at the Relaxing Waterside die and stamp set. This will be available to customers on May 5th. I will put a link to my website at the end of this video so you can grab it when it comes live. And let's take a look at it. So these are the stamps. It's probably easier to see the stamps here because they're outlined, but you have this really nice Adirondack chair on that. And let's take a look at the dies. Here is the outline die for that chair. So when you stamp it, you'll just be able to die cut it with this. And also in here, I like this also because you have this grass here, and you have some little cattails here. And on our trip, we did see cattails, excuse me. So I think I want to put those on there. So we have two chairs. We have the Adirondack chair, and we have this chair here with a back that you can build. So let's go ahead and we will play with these two. Let's stamp the chair first. The kit came with pecan pie colored cardstock. It's two-sided. We got the light and the dark. So I'm going to cut a piece to fit this. Okay. I'm going to use pecan pie, and I'm going to stamp on the darker side. Let's see how that looks. So I'm going to go ahead and ink this up really well. The Stampin' Up! Inks are really juicy, so it gets covered. The coverage is really good. So we're going to go ahead and put that down like that. And now I'm going to take my die cut here and position this down and run it through my die cut machine, and I will be right back. And here is my chair. Isn't that cute? I think that'll look really good on my layout because those are the kind of chairs that we were sitting in. So let's do that, but let's also try the other chair. This chair has two backs to it. Let's go ahead and I'm going to die cut the two backs on this. Okay, so here are my pieces. Let me show you how these go together. So we have two different chairs here, and these pieces, they go right down below here, like that. So let's put that down. I'm going to put a little glue up here on the top too to get this to hold down. Okay, so now let's put the back on this chair. We're just going to do the same thing with this. It's just going to go right down like that. And then we have this piece here. So when you cut out your die, you're going to have a piece sitting right here. And this is going to go right on the front. On your die sheet, you're going to see this little die here, and you're going to wonder what that's for. What that is for your little arm pieces. They come out and they look like this. And they're just going to go right up here at the top. Like that. Isn't that cute? Let's get this one on. And we'll do the same to this chair. Okay, so there are our two chairs. You could get creative with these little chairs if you wanted to. So if you're going to use this as a card set, you can cut a piece of cardstock that will fit right here, and you can put a little saying on it. Let me share a card with you that I scrap lifted from another demonstrator. I can't think of her name offhand, but I will go ahead and put it on here, and I'll put a link to her card. But here's what she did with hers. She did hers in the two-tone, and she's got "Today is your day," and she wrote "Happy Father's Day" in here. And then she also made these cute little two-tone cattails, and we're going to go ahead and put those also on my layout because when we were going on our nature walk, we saw some cattails, and we've got little seagulls too. Let's take a look at the paper that she used to create her card. It's called Waterside Retreat, and it will also be available on May 5th. So look at all these beautiful little scenes that you could put your little chairs on. You get two of each of the pattern papers. It has this beautiful stripe on the back. This one has fish on it. If you like to fish, that would be great. There's some water on here. Here's some bikes on this sheet. And we've got these beautiful birds flying in the sky here. I can see a lot of uses for that, as well as this one with all the seagulls. And here's this beautiful green plaid. This one has the lifesavers all over it. This is really pretty. We've got a really nice wood grain here. This one, we have lifesaver vests. This has a nice stripe on it. I think we should cut some of these cattails out and some of this grass. I think that would be really pretty together. Let's go ahead and do that. I went ahead and die cut my cattails. I did this in pecan pie, and I did the green part in mossy meadow. You can use probably whatever green you have scraps of because it's so small and you're not going to see all of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and cut the tips of these cattails off. Let's put a little bit of glue down. So I'm just going to snip it off like that. Okay, let's pick this up with my pick-me-up tool, and that will sit nicely right there. Let's flip this one over and do the same over on this side. Look how cute that is. And then we'll do the same on this side. Let's make some of the grasses. I'm going to use a piece of cloud cover cardstock. I have a scrap of it, but you do have a big piece in your kit. And for this, I'm going to use Old Olive and Pecan Pie. So first of all, what I want to do is I'm going to stamp it in Old Olive. I'm not going to get too much on the top, but there will be enough. Then I'm going to press it down, and then I'm going to go back with the pecan pie, and I'm going to ink just the tops with the pecan pie. Okay, and now I'm going to go back over it again. Oh, look how pretty that is. Now we have, that's two-toned here. And I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut this out because I want to be close to the greenery. So let me get my scissors out and I'm going to show you how I do it. There is a die that goes with it, but because I want to have more foliage than I do background, I'm going to do it this way. So I'm just going to kind of go close to the image here. I'm not going to go in between all these pieces. I'm going to leave like a couple together, and then I'll go down in the grooves where I can, where there are bigger spaces. So I'm going to come up like that. I just go around a little bit right there and go down. You could do this on white, but I thought it would be pretty to give like a little bit of blue sky in the background. And I'm going to go ahead and cut the other one out, and then I'm going to stamp some seagulls, and we can start putting this together. Okay, let's decorate this page. I want to put my chair up here, but I do not want to cover her face, and I need something to go behind it. In the die cuts, there's this, it says Explore, and I'm thinking of putting that up here behind it. And I have these little trees in the die cuts too. I'm thinking I can put it like about here to cover some of the words, but I think it might be better if I cover it with a little piece of paper. I have this piece left over from Nature Walks. I think I'm going to cut a little piece to cover that, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have this little piece. So let's see what happens if I do this. It's kind of nice when you can improvise, but I love this with the blue hills in the background. So let's say if we put this like right about here, and then there's these trees. There's too much white on here for my liking, and I think I'm going to trim a little bit of that off. Just going to go around the edges like this and just trim it down a little bit. Okay, so I have cut that out, and so this is just gonna go over here like this. Let's put that up like that, and let's see where this chair can go. The chair can go something like that. I have my dog Cody here. It's that time when I'm supposed to toss his toy to him, so I'm gonna have to be doing that every once in a while. So here's our greenery that we cut. So let's see, where can we put that? Maybe I can put that here behind the chair. Let's try that. Let's put the cattails maybe behind the greenery. Maybe I should glue it on the back. It might be easier if I do that. Let's try that. Let's see. How would I do this? See if I put it down, or I could put it over here. That looks nice over there like that. And then I have another one, a smaller one. Let's put this on here. I think I might want to move the chair down here. Let's try that. Let's see what happens if I put this down here. I also did a blue chair. Let's see how a blue chair looks. What do you think of the blue chair? I actually kind of like that because I've got blue up here. I think that looks good. What do you think? Brown chair or blue chair? Okay. I think that looks really nice. Okay, and then I stamped some little birds. Stamped these in gray granite. I think I'm going to put one little bird up there. I like that. Let's put this on here. Okay. I have a lot of stickers that I can use on my layout, but I think I just want to kind of flow through and then kind of come back between both pages. Let's look at what I have for this side. I have this big die cut here that says The Great Outdoors, and I really like it. This picture is a little bit longer than this one, and I think it nests really nicely right there. Have another set of trees, which I'm going to want to cut down a little bit, and I'm going to put those right there. I do have another blue chair. Let's see. I don't know if I can put it down here or not. Might go cute there. If I could put it over here. That looks good over here on this side. I decided to remove the title, The Great Outdoors, here because it was taken away from this beautiful sunset picture that I had here. And also, it seemed like I had two titles, one here and one up there. So I'm going to do things a little bit differently. I do like these trees, and I've got this little circle that says View from the Top. And because I have the cattails over there, I think I want to throw them in up here. Over here, I need to do something. This is kind of plain. So I'm thinking of bringing in a little sticker to put up here on the top. Let's take a look at my sticker sheet. I like this one that says documented because I am documenting my trip. So that'll go there. And I need to bring in some blue because of the blue chair and mountains on that. And so I have this little sticker here that I think would go cute here. But I think I want to kind of sponge around the edges a little bit. So I'm just going to take my sponge tool and I'll set that down here. But I kind of want to decorate it a little bit. I think I'm going to put some grass over here. And then I have this bird, another little seagull. I have this sticker, that looks pretty. And then I think I want to bring some of the birds in over here. So maybe put one up here. That looks nice. And then that kind of fills that page. Over here, I think because I have a sticker over here, it would be nice to put something over here. Because we're eating our charcuterie and we seem to be doing a lot of eating on this trip, I can put no boundaries or unstoppable. Let's see about no boundaries. What do you think? I like that. That's cute. And then I feel like I need something over here to kind of balance this. This space just seems really empty. So I had this extra picture here that I want to put down. This is Arch Rock that we actually hiked up to see. So thinking of just tucking it like that under here. I have these, they're called streak dots. I think these would go good on this. So let's just put a few of these on. Let's put one up here and put another one near it, like over here, and then put one down here. Let's go over here on this side and one down here. And here is my finished layout. I did some journaling. Right down here where it says documented, I told a short story. After 8 hours of driving and a stopover over at Carolyn's, we made it to Pistol River. Along the way, I had to use the bathroom. They were so hard to find, and Nancy was ready to find me a bush. True story. Here's my little cluster here with the cattails, and I've got little birds up there. And up the top here, I've got collected moments with another bird. Down here on this picture, I've made a cluster with the beautiful day sticker, some grass and cattails and a bird. I went ahead and used these little pieces down here on the bottom to add descriptions. I've got the Nautilus house where we stayed. And over on this page, there's my title that I cut out of the Crooked, Scrapping by the Sea. Next to it, I identified Arch Rock, and I put the names of my friends. Here's the little cluster with our cute Adirondack chair. Down here, I've got our names, our charcuterie board with no boundaries, and then our scrapbook set up. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I will put links at the end of this video of the products that I've used. Thank you for stopping by and have a wonderful day.